Good morning,
Wow.
Sydney. Hopefully everyone is okay after the result last night where Queensland got the job done 26-24, and it was a late night for everyone in Sydney. Everyone watching the game, early start for us here in the morning. Woodsy, how you going, mate? How's our man?
I'm not happy.
Nah.
But you know what? Like, Queensland were fantastic. They were. You got to give credit where credit's due. They were up emotionally for that game. A lot had happened in the last couple of days. But, geez, it kills me to say it that Queensland were fantastic.
They were. Meanwhile, my phone's going off, right? I just got a text off the top. Carl Stefanovic, right? He's on air right now. Somehow he's got back early.
What?
I don't know. He said he was going to get the red eye back. Now, for those listening, Carl led with a bet last week that if Queensland win, Woodsy has to go into Bondi Beach, right? Full Starkers, and vice versa. If New South Wales win, he's going in.
That's it.
He planned the bet. He led from the front.
He had a crack.
He put his balls on the line for this. And he just texted me right then, when is Woodsy going in the water? Let me know. We'll get a crew down there. So they are ready to go. We thought stupidly he'd forget about it.
I didn't think that.
I know. I had 11 messages
I
off
did not
him.
think that at all.
The 11 messages I got off him last night, reminded me that he is very excited about it. Huge shout out to Queensland and Queensland fans. I mean, look, Billy Slade, a masterstroke, mate. They played for their coach. They galvanised for their man.
They did. Cameron Munster.
Jesus. A man possessed.
You got to remember, Daly Evans was captain for game one.
Yeah.
So it was a huge decision to move him on. And when you put that C next to Cameron Munster's name, he dead set went to another level.
They just get it done, Queenslanders. They just do. Like, we were all thinking New South Wales by how many, 13 plus and all this.
Yeah, we were very confident about that. I have to say, though, this sets up a wonderful series for Game 3.
It does. And we're going to be having, we're going to hands on some tickets.
We've got a load of tickets. So if you want to get your hands on some free tickets, we are the station you want to be listening to for the next couple of weeks.
Yeah. Forever. The station you want to listen
obviously,
but listen for a couple of weeks anyway. See how you like it.
You might like it. And then continue on with us.
And if you don't, still listen anyway or leave it on.
I've got a question for you. Can we do double or nothing with Carl?
You're already trying to back out of this.
I'm joking.
That's a Carl thing. Well, you know who we can ask? We got New South Wales Premier, the OG guest of the show, our first guest who we had on our first show, Chris Minns, New South Wales Premier, is coming on a little later. We can you could probably dance around at Woods and say because it's illegal, you can't get nude down there.
Is it illegal down there?
You just can't get nude.
Just a small court date, we think, but we'll research that and get back to you.
Minor charge.
Yeah, exactly.
Minor charge, little rap sheet, cable tied, thrown in the back of the paddy wagon for a couple of days. It's nothing.
You'll be fine.
Woodsy's Sports Report.
Woodsy, what a game. Obviously did not go our way.
Oh, what a game, Kate. You know what? For an Origin game, Queensland they were desperate. Wow. They've been in the media the last couple of days. They got out there. From the moment I watched New South Wales run out of they sort of ran out of the corner in the shed from the sideline, and they got through the big banner. But you see Cameron Munster walk straight through it was like a Combank Stadium, and the new Allianz one. You walk through a crowd, sort of where they're drinking at the bar, and you could just see the emotion on his face. It looked nearly like he was about to tear up right there, and I was just sort of sitting thinking back, oh, here we go.
Yeah. He's
got that look in his eye. Tino behind him, they were all, they were switched on. The opening stages of the game was a very stop-starty to start off with. We got the opening try, Brian Toto. But from that moment, wow, Queensland's defence, it was completely different to game one. They compressed up. They were nice and tight. They nullified Payne Haas early on. Zach Lomax, they did a great job on him. Look, it was a great performance. They go into halftime 26-6. Like, I think anyone that watched that Origin game was just like, wow, I cannot believe what I'm seeing. I know people say the penalty count was 8-0, but they were disciplined. New South Wales weren't. We gave away like probably 6 or 7 of those penalties were warranted. Where we turned over the possession, our errors in that first half, you just can't do that. And in those conditions, you get a lot of good ball on your try line. They're going to make you pay. And I really loved the combination. I know there was a lot of talk about Daly Evans getting dropped, the captain of Queensland in game one. But the combination of Tom Dearden and Cameron Munster was outstanding, don't you think, Bowie?
100%, mate. The conditions did suit the Queensland, but they were ready to die out there, the Queenslanders.
Yeah, they were good.
They were galvanised, and Cam Munster leads by his actions.
He does.
He really just took the game with both hands. He wanted the ball in his hand every time there was a big moment.
Yep.
Whether it was running the ball, kicking the ball, he was the man of the moment. All their big players stood up in terms of their key positions. Tommy Dearden was great. Kalen Ponga had the best game I've seen him play.
He looked busy.
He looked busy in a long time, but they were ready. Mate, they were ready, and I think New South Wales. New South Wales were always going to come back, but it felt like Queensland were always in control.
For me, it felt like we just knew we had another opportunity. We were up 1-0 the series. We come out, it's a game of two halves. First half, 26-6. Then next half, we score 4 tries in that second half. And, we give ourselves the opportunity to win it at the end, the last couple of minutes. We probably weren't in sync. We got a little bit frantic there. You look at the stats. It was 5 tries to 4.
Yeah.
Zach Lomax did miss 3 goals, but we leaked in 26 points as well. I thought their bench was awesome. A couple of changes that Billy made by putting Carrigan back to the bench.
Yeah.
That was a big question mark. I was critical of that as well. But the guys that come in, Kirk Capewell was outstanding. And another guy that's got to take about Ruben Cotter. Those kickoff runs when, there was a lot of talk they were going to kick to the right side. He went out and single-handedly just took on Spencer Leniu himself. He took on Tucumano Stefano. He went at Payne Haas. He did a wonderful job. And I would still personally think he is a middle player, but on the edge, he was outstanding for the Queenslanders, Ruben Cotter.
Can I ask you this? How's your inbox going?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Do you go? Are you like Kat? And do you dabble at the inbox and direct messages? Because I go nowhere near that.
It's there's a time and a place to do it, and
When are you doing it?
let's just say, are we going to run through it?
No.
Do you
Well,
want
let's
to have a
just,
look at some?
Look, there's a few. Look, we won't go to some of the harsher ones.
Well,
Well, you know what? When you come out and say some stuff, people are always going to have the right to reply. So it's going to be interesting to see what some of these people have said about me.
but look, to your intentions, they're fairly lighthearted, most
they are.
of them.
We
So-
couldn't play all the threats.
No. I, for one, blame Aaron Woods for fueling the Queensland coach.
Craig McGregor at Craig 90210 or something said, "A Queensland man of the match, Aaron Woods. What a flog." It's a lot of people.
I agree. I am a flog.
Yeah, you are. Someone grab Aaron Woods and super glue his lips closed until after game 3.
Yeah. You know what, though?
What?
How exciting is game 3 now? Like, I know obviously we would have wanted the whitewash, but I am so excited for game 3.
Well, Kat,
it's a decider. We've got so many tickets to give away here.
This is what we've done. We've had a little bit of chirp in the media. The Queenslanders have come out and absolutely just given me a backhander across the face.
Yes.
But they've got to remember, the emotion only lasts so long, and we're going to a game 3 decider at, what is it? Accor Stadium. Accor Stadium, guys.
Bro,
And
you've
I'll
had,
tell you-
you've had no sleep.
Let me tell you, Ashley Klein, it's a different ball game at Accor Stadium, brother.